Welcome to Share the Knowledge. Good morning to everyone. In this video, I would like to discuss about blended learning. Before going into our topic, we just go through few basics. What is learning? How it changes its style in each era. Learning is an activity to acquire knowledge or skill through study, experience, or discussions. In Stone Age, human learnt by observing the nature. Later on, he performed his own experiments in trial and error basis and invented fire to fulfill his needs. This is nothing but self-paced learning. In medieval age, student went to guru premises, studying there and perform all the tasks instructed by guru. In modern age, due to urbanization, more importance is given to education, which leads to schooling concept. Here, a student can spend 6 to 8 hours of his day to learn the things and practice in daily routines. But now we are in technological era where everything is in online and instantaneous. In our traditional teaching learning process, the discussion between student and faculty are held in concrete classrooms, either in oral presentation, PPTs, or any animated supporting materials. Whereas in blended learning process, it will be in the combination of both online as well as traditional classrooms. Here, in blended learning, faculty may provide the instructions using various interactive platforms. It is not a new process. In early 60s itself, with the name of hybrid or web enhanced instruction, it is there. Here, in blended learning, a part of face-to-face interaction, there will be an online mode of interaction. Most commonly used platforms, online interactive platforms can be used either YouTube, WhatsApp. Then why we need this blended learning? It helps in improve personalizing learning of individual candidate, which leads to individual progress of the candidate. To create more awareness among the learners and to overcome pandemic situations. And how can we plan? Similar to our normal teaching learning process, objective of a particular course can be formulated in advance. Activities can, activities can be framed in the combination of face-to-face interaction as well as in online interactions. Technological awareness should be there for both faculty as well as student. When coming to the types of blended learning, there are more than 12 types of blended learning process are there. Here we just discuss 4 of it. First one, rotational blended learning. It is nothing but shift mode. That means one session of class will be held in online and another session will be in face-to-face interaction. It is similar to our rotational. That means one batch of the students went for one lab and another batch of the students will went to the another lab. Like that, one session will be held in offline and one session will be in online, but the schedule will be in fixed one. The time slot will be fixed one. And whereas coming to the second method, flexible blended learning process, here the learning process will be takes place through online and it also provides the face-to-face support through an activity for a batch of students, such as similar to our flipped classrooms are the best example for flex blended learning. In flipped classrooms, student can able to study the concepts at home and practice those concepts at classrooms. But in our regular traditional classrooms, student can able to understand the concepts or study the concepts at classroom and practice those concepts at home. So this is nothing but flipping of the classroom. Next one, LCAT model. In LCAT model, in addition to regular course curriculum, online trainings are provided at flexible timings. Mostly we can observe this one for faculty. A part of their regular classwork, uh, we are having the various online training sessions to improve their knowledge or to update their knowledge. And this is an example for student placement training also. Next one, enriched virtual blended learning. Here, mainly student focuses on course completion through online. Whenever he had any doubt or any particular clarification, he went for the face-to-face interaction. Otherwise, the remaining studying process will be through online itself. Whereas, in other side, managing and monitoring of all the records of the student in a college will be difficult. Since it is in remote learning process, learners should take the training or course seriously. Otherwise, it won't be benefit for the learner. In country like India, it is difficult to implement these online courses due to the limitation of availability of resources like internet facility and mobile phones also. Then how we can implement these courses by overcoming those drawbacks is, instead of going through 100% adaptation of the course, adapt the course in slow and steps and try to communicate in common platforms like YouTube and WhatsApp. Update the teaching learning process as per the students or learners feedback. There should be a need of continuous monitoring of students by using certain activities like tasks and assignments, even polls in between the classes. Otherwise, it's difficult to track the learner progress. At last, teaching learning process should be continuous process irrespective of time, situation, and anything. Thanking you. Thank you for your support.